Get ready for the ultimate international showdown. This December, the Global Schools Challenge 2025 is heading to the Mediterranean Sports Hub in Salou, Spain, located just an hour outside of Barcelona. From December 14th to 19th, the world's top student athletes will compete in rugby and a range of new sports. Hosted at one of Europe's premier facilities, you'll experience world-class pitches, state-of-the-art equipment, and a vibrant atmosphere designed for excellence. Off the field, explore the beautiful coastal town of Salou, enjoy golden beaches, and take a trip to Barcelona for iconic landmarks like the Sagrada Familia and the Nou Camp. Every game will be streamed live by NextGenXV, bringing the action to a global audience. Don't miss your chance to be part of this incredible event. Register now at globalschoolschallenge.com and rise to the challenge.
Well, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else, and welcome to the University of Worcester Arena, the venue for one of the biggest nights of netball that any school can offer. It's Superball 2025, where RGS Worcester take on Kings in a fixture that promises to be a fascinating affair. The atmosphere is electric and the house is packed, and the game is steeped in rivalry and dipped in drama at every turn, and we cannot wait to get started. I'm Wilfred Kemsley, delighted to be joined by RGS Superball captain from 2022, Georgia Hill. Georgia, thank you so much for joining us here. And Georgia, I'll come to you first. As a former player yourself, as someone who bleeds green for all intents and purposes, how much does this game mean to the players and to the supporters down there?
This is everything for them. This is what you go to RGS for, or Kings for that matter. The reason why we all love it so much is because it gets broadcasted. Look at the turnout. Who wouldn't want to come and play in front of this many people?
Well, the teams are currently on their way out, being announced by the operator in field. But if you could hear me, I'll try and reel off those playing for both sides. We'll start with RGS. Goalkeeper, it's Bella Hayden. Eden Williamson at vice-captain is at wing defence from Notts Forest. In centre, it's Gabriella Kilwar, who hold it down alongside Madeline Lavaux-Pierre at wing attack. Captain Ella Gollard starts at goal attack, looking to recreate some of her netballing idol skill, Helen Housby, MBE. At goal shooter, Tiana Latui starts in place of her sister, who took to the field last season for RGS in the very same spot. For Kings, it's Millie Comer who starts at goalkeeper, with Lauren Harris, part of the 3 under-16 who make up this side. An incredible season for Kings at that level. At wing defence, it's Esther Good, with Clarissa Chinoa starting at centre. Imi Town starts at wing attack, and Ruby Ingalls starts opposite her captain at goal attack. This is her 3rd time selected for the Superball, but her 1st time taking to the field after being kept away with injury. Vice-captain Tallulah Richards starts at goal shooter. For RGS, Abby Haldane, Poppy Parker, Katie Pitt, Izzy Churchill and Katie Reynolds are on the bench, while for Kings, Zara Pepperdine, Bea Winfield, Anna Chapman and Hattie Watts are riding the pine as centre pass is coming up live here from the University of Worcester. Well, Superball is one of the finest occasions, not just at school level of netball, but perhaps nationally. I mean, Georgia, this is the kind of atmosphere you'd expect at any at a Vitality Super League game.
Oh, honestly, you get a full packed-out crowd. Both sides are filled. It's a great rivalry. You have it for all 4 sports across the school. What more could you want?
Well, the new Super League season does start very shortly, but this is a perfect warm-up for a game like this. We are just moments away from centre pass. Rebecca Gwilliam's side has had a wonderful season so far. They've made remarkable progress down the national plate. That's the highlight of the season. Just a few days ago on Thursday, RGS travelled to Loughborough to take part in the national plate finals. They beat Sedbergh in the third, 4th place playoff to crown themselves champions of the North, only losing out at the very last to the champions of the South Marist School. For Kings, they've played a lot less netball than RGS, but they've had plenty of success. And the stats to focus on if you're a Kings Worcester fan is they've won 6 of their last 8 games, which is a fantastic run of form coming into this one. That includes some big comeback victories against the likes of Shrewsbury and King Henry VIII, as well as victories against King High School in Haberdashers Monmouth. But it will be Kings who start at centre pass, and it's back into the possession of Clarissa Chinau. First infringement of the game, and Georgia, just how excited are you for this one?
Oh, I'm so excited for this. All the girls are going to be so excited. It's one of the things that at the end all your family celebrate for you. You've got some great passing going on, but great pressure from RGS defence.
Of course, it's Kings in the red, playing from right to left in the start of this fixture, with RGS in the traditional green from left to right in possession in the centre of the court.
I personally think it's great. I mean, we've turned round on a centre pass that was bound to be theirs. We've turned it over. Yes, it's a little bit scrappy. It's the first minute of the game. You're all nervous. Everyone's everywhere, and you're trying to get a foot. Ooh, massive call.
Well, another turnover, so that's 2 entries into the final third for both sides, but no goals on the board just yet in our first of 4 quarters, all running for 15 minutes. That's Kings.
Kings are using their reset options quite a lot. There's no clear through drive at the moment, but they're getting that ball. There you go, hit the pocket in. Lovely work from Tallulah Richards.
Great pass into the path of Town, and then Ingalls on the turn. Well, in the end, it's going to be
a shot.
A big opportunity for Richards, who just lays it off instead to Ingalls. The captain opens it up. Well, you might be on the RGS side this afternoon, but you do coach alongside Ruby Ingalls at Worcester, so it's a bit of cross support for both of you.
Yeah, Ruby Ingalls, bless her, she is a fantastic coach. She's also fantastic as a netball player. Great friends alongside for a good couple of years. Thrilled to be watching her on court.
So it's Kings who have opened up the scoring and go one ahead. And another turnover at the baseline means that it's going to be possession back with Kings. Not the perfect start for RGS Worcester, but I'm delighted to be joined on co-commentary for the rest of the game by Emma McGinley as well, former head of netball at Kings and now applying a trade at Solihull. But thank you for joining us, Emma, and well, what an occasion it is.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm super excited to be back. Sitting on a different sideline, I guess, today, supporting both RGS Worcester and Kings Worcester. But what a great occasion, celebrating girls' sport with a big crowd like we have here in a superb arena.
Well, we're not expecting nearly as much fence sitting from you, Georgia, so don't worry about that one. But in the early start of this fixture, it's still RGS pushing for their first point of the evening.
Yeah, it's really good ball side there by Lauren Harris.
Goddard, the captain from range, rolls off the rim, and it's been regathered excellently well by Esther Good. In the end, it's all the way back with Millie Comer, so Comer can play away. And
it's good through court, through Kings there. Clarice Chanel coming through for the ball, unlucky there, held for 3 seconds.
Just holding on to a bit too long there. Good work from RGS to close down the options. And another infringement, this time in the favour of the girls in green. Great ball, but an excellent interception by Harris. Although the final touch did come off a King's hand. Big opportunity now for Inglis.
Yeah, good ball side option there by the shooter. Looked to sink her first shot. Nice.
And it's a first point on the board for RGS Worcester. And we're all level again here with a centre pass to come from Kings. An even start to Superball 2025. Well, in their last few meetings, well, not just few, we go back a long way. In the last 16 games between these sides, it's been 14 wins for RGS Worcester. But of course, we can hark back to that incredible Super Bowl 2022. And, well, Georgia, you were playing in that game. It was an amazing fixture, even if it did go Kings' way.
Yeah, I mean, there's some great defence already. It's all really interesting. This is a high-intensity match. Everyone's nervous. I mean, the fact that it's 1-1 and there's been 5 minutes played, I think is always a great show of what a game it's going to be. It's highly contested. You've got contact all down court, but the through-play court is fantastic.
Well, Goddard there working hard to turn it over, and then some nice manipulation from Laveau-Pierre. Has RGS in a promising position. Great read from Comer. Another turnover in that attacking third. Now plenty of time for Good to pick out a pass. They have worked their way down the court. Well, they're lingering a little bit in possession, but Town eventually gets it away. Richards keeps her hands off that one to keep it in possession of Kings.
Pushing off.
Well, Chinao was looking to get Kings started from the sideline, but instead RGS Worcester now on the offensive. Quick hands to work their way into that final third. Over the top it goes. Great battle, that goal shooter and goalkeeper, but it's Latouille. Off the rim. Regathered by Latouille. And she puts RGS Worcester in front for the first time.
Great shot from Tiana. I find it really interesting. She's a rugby player as well, following in her sister and her dad's footsteps. I mean, what a great way to show that you can play multiple sports. I mean, I would hope it's a bit less physical than rugby, if I'm honest, but we'll see.
Well, she rolled the goalkeeper Comer excellently well there, and is now back in possession, just drops it onto the toes of Goddard. Good timing from Goddard, and RGS Worcester have carved out a 2-point advantage for the first time today. But Emma, it's a long way to go in this game.
Absolutely, 60 minutes is a long time to play. It's still early days. Both sides will have been training for this with the full timing of 60 minutes. But I know both squads have looked at county and regional tournaments recently, where it's 7-minute halves, which is an absolute different game compared to a full 60 minutes.
Lauren Harris makes the interception, moved up from the under-16 squad, who have had a fantastic season for Kings Worcester. And then it's just come off a netballer in green there, so it will be a play from the sideline for Kings again. Quick movement from them there, looking to get it back to that
Just like to see Kings come ball side there. There's limited options in the attack. If they can punch through and offer from deep in the pocket, they can get a circle edge feed and then look for the shooters.
Big hand in there, looking to disrupt. Flying in to get involved was Kiwar. Really impressive work, but it's still in the possession of Kings. Ingles, a long way out. The captain slots it. And Kings Worcester close the deficit down to just 1 goal. There's a hand in there as well from Chinau. Long ball into the path of Kiwar.
It's a good steal from Millie Comer there, getting down nice and low to regain possession of the ball.
But it was straight back with Kiwar, who found goal shooter Latui. But it's Goddard who goes for it. Rebound flicked away by Kings. Another collision in midfield. Georgia, we were expecting this kind of physicality when, as we were discussing before the game, it is such a great rivalry between these two schools.
As I'm pretty sure Emma can say, Emma was my opposition as a coach. So I'm pretty sure Emma can say, as someone who's been the head of netball, watching it, experiencing the coach, I think it's quite nice for you to probably stand away from it and get to watch. I'd probably say that the game that you coached against us was probably one of the most contested battles I've ever played in before in my life, and probably one of the most agonising ones as much. But you know what, I quite like that it's close already. Nobody wants to see a massive gain on either side, and I think the way they're playing now, they're starting to settle. It's been just a bit short there from Maddie, unfortunately, but RGS needs to switch on defence, I think, quicker, especially when it's in their third. They're doing great, bring the ball down.
But a quick turnover in the attacking third might profit RGS here. Back into the path of Latui, but another turnover from the umpire has got Kings Worcester out of dodge for now. Just been spilt there at goal attack by the captain, Ruby Ingles. But it will be Kings back in possession, looking to find a path into that attacking third. Here's Chinau. A little bit slow on the ball there, Kings. RGS are doing really well there at holding that middle position, so forcing Kings wide, preventing them to centralise the ball and looking in. Richards off target, and Jess Lowe and Bella Hayward hunting for it, but it's back in possession of the vice-captain Richards. Great ball from Town into the path of Ingles. Just about rolls in for the equaliser, and RGS have been pegged back. Well, it's perhaps not as high scoring an affair at the moment as we inspected. The last few results certainly have been. 52-41 in favour of RGS in 2024, 41-36 the year before that, and of course that huge game that was eventually won by 36-37 the year before. So many points still left out there between the two sides.
Two youngsters come on there. It's Hattie Watts sinks her first goal.
Hattie Watts at under 16 onto goal attack, as is Chapman, also part of the under 16, a Birmingham Panthers player development pathway player as well. So early changes in this game at wing attack and goal attack for Kings. But it's Comer still in possession for Kings, looking to extend their advantage, having pegged back RGS early in this first quarter. Plenty of space down the right-hand side, and great movement from Chapman. What an impact Chapman's made since coming on. Great energy. Here's Harris.
Few nerves there. Few nerves.
Put down. Turnover RGS. Into the path of Good. Nice turn from Leveau-Pierre. Wider still for Williamson, the vice-captain, and great movement from Leveau-Pierre. Just about taken by Kiwar. Latui comes deeper to collect and is then wrapping around the attacking third. Great ball, Goddard. Back out to centre and then rolled to her feet. Here's the captain again for RGS. Off the rim, rebound regathered by Latui. Second time of asking, and RGS do level things up.
Let's see if Kings then can score off their centre pass here with Anna Chapman and Hattie Watts really making an impact as they've come on fresh out of the under-16 nationals last weekend.
Flung back in field by Ingles, but can't find anyone in red, so Played from the defensive third by RGS into the hands of Hayward. Williamson just lingers with it, gets it on the return. Leveau-Pierre. Williamson again. Good movement from Kiwor. And RGS have made it into this attacking third and looking to pierce the attacking D. Interception picked out by Comer. Great steal to get Kings back on the offensive.
It's a great read by Millie there. She anticipated that ball coming in and read it really well.
Watts assessing her options and just overcooks it. Good movement from Watts, but she couldn't keep a hold of it. The ball flying in from Chapman. Well, Kings have already tasted victory on the court. The second team were victorious by just 15-14. What a game that was, and we're hoping things stay just as tight here this evening.
Yeah, it still looks pretty nervy out there, I think. I don't think either team have quite settled yet. You can see by the scores, it's pretty low scores for 13 minutes into the game. I would expect them both to settle, hopefully later part of this first quarter into the second.
Well, it looked like the ball was flying beyond the goal line, but a hand came in anyway. So a chance for RGS score to put them back in front. Tiana Vatui with another to add to her collection so far in the early stages of Worcester Super Bowl 2025. It's another unforced error though, and we've seen quite a few of those so far, Georgia, from both sides, but it is an occasion that it promotes a lot of nerves, as we've been discussing already.
I think what we are seeing though is it's sweaty hands. You're going to be nervous. It's that anticipation of, oh my gosh, the ball's coming, I've got to do a change direction. But because you've got the crowd and you've got everyone else, you feel like you've got big expectations to live up to. It's a huge thing. However, I would like to see down both ends more rotation in the circle. I think that, as you can see, I'd say Tiana over here is quite tall, whereas if you're looking at King's attack, I wouldn't say they're the tallest of players, so more rotation, they're using it, but doesn't make it any difference from the goal scoring.
Ingalls with a third bite of the cherry there, but it's now Richards with a fourth go for Kings, and eventually they get the job done, and it's levelled up at 5 apiece into the final minute here in the first quarter at the University of Worcester Arena.
I'd really like RGS to turn this over, so then when it comes back, hopefully delay it for a whole minute's ticking down, so then it will be our centre pass straight after. There's no better feeling than getting that great
50 seconds to go. Shooting opportunity here. Ingalls has it. And Skipper gets another.
It's a great goal there by Hattie Watts, falling off the baseline, just sinking the goal.
So, substitutions caught me out there, but it is Tiana Vatui with a chance to level things up for RGS again.
By Millie Comer. With 20 seconds to go, they would hope to score from this. That's a great take from Jess. Is it Jess? Eden. They want to probably stop this going in and go into half-time.
10 seconds, last chance for Kings. It's Watts firing it in. And it has opened up for Tallulah Richards, right on the buzzer, to put Kings 2 ahead at the end of the first quarter here at the University of Worcester. Kings are searching for their first victory in the Super Bowl since 2022. But at the moment, Emma, they're on the right track.
Yeah, absolutely. As I say, it's taken probably both squads there to settle into the game and the pressures that are associated with playing in such a big arena with such a big crowd. I'd hope that both teams come out in the second quarter and are able to play their game a little bit more relaxed with an ease of pressure.
So Abby Cox might be the more pleased of the head coaches in this first quarter break, but still plenty of time to come. Georgia, what kind of message do you think Rebecca Gwilliam will be imparting?
Will is a fantastic coach, really positive, really energetic. I know that she's not going to go in guns blazing, she's going to go in with a positivity. Come on, we know our structure, stick to it. Will is a fantastic netball player herself, playing for Prem Team Worcester Netball Club, and I think that she'll keep the composure. She's got Becca Airy on the bench, who is a well-known Super League player from 7 Stars as well. So I think they'll both be calming them, trying to calm the girls, because there'll be nerves around on court.
Well, we'll leave you with the highlights from the first quarter, and we'll be returning very shortly here for the second quarter of Super Bowl 2025, where Kings Worcester hold a narrow 2-point advantage over RGS. space concluded, so we're heading into our second quarter of 15 minutes, live here at Superball 2025 from the University of Worcester Arena. Kings Worcester hold a 2-point advantage over RGS, who themselves held a 2-point advantage in the early stages of said quarter.
Yeah, it's a great steal there by the goalkeeper. She read that really well, and ball was played into arms.
So Katie Pitts come on at wing attack for Madeleine Leveau-Pierre for RGS. At the moment, a couple of changes for Kings. We'll get those to you when we have them. But at the moment, it is RGS on the attack. And Goddard, the captain, from a fair way out, off the rim, regathered by Comer. So Kings can transition for the first time in this second quarter.
I've got to be honest, I think Maddie, when she was on a wing attack, was doing a fantastic job of the change of direction, but the wing attack was they were both reading each other really, really well. So I'm interested to see that they've brought on Katie Pitt, who is going to bring that different change, because obviously they're not going to play same link-up, same setup. So it'll be interesting to see what Gwyl said to her and whether we can see that change on court.
A bit of contact there, right on the transitional line between mid-court and attack. Hand in there from Hayward to disrupt. But it's still in the possession of Kings.
The goalkeeper, Bella, is moving her feet so much more now, which is really, really good because she's getting in front of Tallulah, which is what you need. She's putting her under pressure. She's not got that confidence.
Richards off the rim and regathered by Comer again. Great work at goal. Great gather by Hayward it is at goalkeeper. Great work from RGS, and no score so far in the second quarter.
Yeah, Kings are doing a good job of holding them up here. You can see their defensive structure is through the central channel, and they're having to play the ball back laterally. That punching through from their attacking end isn't quite there in their transition yet. I would be looking to hit the centre channel a little bit more.
Nice movement from Kilwar, over the top to find Lowe. Kilwar on the run again, receives it on the edge of the D, all the way back to Jess Lowe. And Katie Pitt on the ball for the first time. Draws a foul from the umpire. Lowe, Kilwar. Goddard, the captain, links up with Kilwar once more. And another infringement's got RGS marching ever closer to a shooting opportunity. They could go now through Ella Goddard. Great ball instead to find Tiana Latui.
So lucky with the footwork call on the baseline then.
But the call goes against RGS, and they've squandered the opportunity. Lovely pass into Watts.
Yeah, it's good width there by Kings as they transition. That's a great outside arm there by Eden.
Yeah, Eden.
Stolen by Eden Williamson, the vice captain, who searches for options and finds Jess Lowe again. Williamson, Lowe. Over the top for Kilwar. And RGS have started this second quarter as the more dominant side, even if they trail. That's a bit of a Hail Mary, but it's worked out well for RGS. Great take by Latui, who has the first score of the second quarter, and it's RGS Worcester who closed the gap to 1 point.
And that's well within shooting range there of the goal shooter, so that was a good turnover from the Kings centre pass.
Hand in there from Kings looking to disrupt. Good work from Chapman. Well, George, you have to comment on being an under-16, playing in this kind of environment. It's a lot to ask from a young player, but they've done excellently well so far as Latui levels things up for RGS.
As I was unfortunate, COVID happened just as I got selected for my Year 11 debut, and then of course Year 12 as well. Unfortunately, COVID took over that, but it's great to see, to be 16 and have potentially 3 years at having a go at this. What more could you want?
So it's 7-7 RGS and Kings in this second quarter, but a chance for Kings to go back ahead. It's into the path of Hayward.
Seems to be a lot of infringements in the D at the moment. I'd like to see some of the defenders just come off the body a bit more and jump up rather than jumping in.
Ingles is off target. Hayward. Kilwar. In fact, it's Watts still at goal attack.
If you notice how Tallulah Richards is setting up, she's coming out wide and then hoping for a top option. They're rotating this D round really, really well. I think they're making the defence work hard. They want that body contact.
Finished off by Kings Worcester, so they're ahead by just a point. What a take that is from Kilwar. RGS looking to respond. Latui off target.
Good rebound there by Millie Comer.
No chance to respond for RGS at the first time of asking, but good battle there between Kiror and Chunao at centre.
Just from the back out there, I think, you know, they're going on the first second, they're making one drive. Could they just make the ball do the work and lead after 2 seconds, make 2 moves?
Latui has another and levels things up for RGS. But unexpectedly, perhaps, Georgia, given the form book coming into this, they are still chasing the game, RGS Worcester. Oh, well, they're just pausing for a substitute break there.
Oh, something to do with the ball. I'm actually not too sure what's going on there. I think they're going to change the ball due to either maybe it's split or potentially, oh, sweat. They've called it because of the sweat. I think that quite just shows you how many nerves and the anticipation.
Which gives me a chance to repeat the question, Georgia. The form books today really did fancy RGS, but at the moment, they're chasing the game.
I honestly, with all due respect to Kings, I thought RGS was going to come out guns blazing, but actually Kings has capitalised on this hugely, and I think that they've kept their composure. I think RGS settling a bit more into it now, but who doesn't love an exciting game? Still scrappy at times, though.
Of course, RGS's last game was a great win against Sedbergh to crown themselves champions of the Northern Division, whereas Kings, on the other hand, are victorious in 6 of the last 8 games.
I think the centre from Kings, Clarice is it? I think she's working really, really hard. I think she's running her player down, doing everything she can.
But it is Chinao again with it. Tallulah Richards just peeled off there and eventually did find Watts at goal attack.
A lovely roll off there by Hattie Watts, goal attack. Hopefully to sink this one. It's unlucky, it's just rolled out. And a good rebound by the goalkeeper.
Hayward into Williamson, who is eventually forced to hand off by the umpire, but low. Williamson, lovely work on the turn to find Kiror. And this is a promising position for RGS. Pitt plays it back. But we'll have it again here. Pitt over the top. It was great communication from Tiana Latui. She wants that ball over the top so she can peel off the defender, and it's allowed RGS to profit a few times, but not on this occasion. But there's a big turnover in mid-court. Nice take from Pitt. Kiror. Latui.
She does really well. She's really strong on the body, as Georgia said earlier. You know, she holds that front space and she can turn straight to goal.
Twice off the rim for RGS Worcester. Now they look for Kiror. But it will be another chance for Kiror to play inside. Instead, it's going to be Goddard, the captain, with the chance. Over the top. Latui to put RGS in front.
I thought that was a fantastic shot by Tiana. There is some nerves, but you know what? She's rotated off her player really well, and that's what you like to see. And I think that Ella, goal attack, and obviously captain, has worked really well to get that relationship building.
Centre pass, though, for Kings.
Oh, just a wrong way of wrong.
They've just reversed that instead, so it's Kiror. Kiror back with it. RGS have...
Tiana's got great front space there, but the goalkeeper is on fire with rotating around this body. I'm really unlucky not to get that call.
I think goalkeeper's unlucky there.
Coma does well, but it's still with RGS. They've slowed the pace down a bit. Chance for Katie Pitts played in. More work from Kings in defence. Finally, Latui does get the goal.
That final ball placement into the shooter of the goal attack, but just a little bit of improvement on the execution at the moment. But they're seeing the space and it's there to give if the ball's placed in the correct space.
Centre pass from Kings. Straight away they work into that attacking third and then stolen by Hayward.
Great reverse tip there from Hayward. And I'd like to point out that there has been a change. We've got Izzy Glavy, as I'm aware, going to goal shooter. I think I've got that correct.
Izzy Churchill moving on a goal shooter, but great work anyway to spot that from here. Up on the balcony, so Churchill's on for RGS.
Right, let's see if they can take this through to goal now. A good short ball option there from Jess Lowe.
Williamson, Pitt, Lowe. Well, they've come all the way back to play, Goddard, and in the end it's been stripped with great passion by Esther Good.
Really good outside arm by Esther, good there. Really good. Contested well for the ball and has come out with it.
Over the top again from Chin Out. He gets it on that transitional line. Looks to lay it off. Smothered in green. The umpire's call goes the way of Kings. Nice take.
It's good rotation there by the goal shooter, Tallulah, to offload, play the give and go and ask for it in the front space.
Richards from a long way out. Wonderful finish by the vice-captain. And Kings are back within one, and the contest stays as tight as we expected here at the Superball. Nice early work from RGS, looking to re-establish the two-point buffer. Great movement at goal shooter. Here's a shot for Churchill for the first time. Off the rim, and then flicked away by Goddard, the captain, but Churchill back to Kilwall. There's a shove in there from Comer.
Yeah, she just needs to work her feet around there. She just got caught on the body behind her and had no chance and had to come through the back.
Another great effort. Skims the rim, regathered by Comer. I think the umpires having a real discussion down there.
I think it will be a discussion about the contact. I think it's completely accidental. I think, unfortunately, it's getting caught out with not moving your feet. But I would like to see from Ella just take a second of composure. She's a fantastic shooter, but the nerves and everything are building up. It's a high-intensity thing. Your shooter's just changed. I'm interested to see Izzy Churchill. I think she's got a really good shot.
Churchill, back off the rim. Commentator's curse strikes again, but in the end, Izzy Churchill converts her first point of Super Bowl 2025.
It's the encouragement that you've just seen Ella give Izzy then, the high five, the reassurance of it's going to be okay, you've got your first goal, well done. There's nothing greater than teamwork.
Wonderful movement from Anna Chapman. And that's given the opportunity here for Kings. Misplaced pass, but regathered by Chinau. Chapman fired in. Great work to find Hattie Watts. Watts from a long way out, off the rim and behind. But the umpire's whistle had gone. Another opportunity then for Hattie Watts. Again, an under 16 to be playing in a game of this magnitude. Does not look out of place at all.
She's settled now, hasn't she? She's hopefully enjoying this experience. And forced an error there as well in defence. A goal attack that can defend is invaluable in the team.
Well, great fixtures throughout the season for RGS Worcester. They've played 34, they've won 26 of those. They've scored 703 goals already this season. It's a remarkable effort, beating the likes of Cheltenham College, Cheltenham Ladies College as well, which was perhaps a slight commentary error when Cheltenham played Malvern early on the season. In fact, both those sides have been defeated by RGS. Rebecca Quilliam getting one over her old stomping ground. So it's been a really strong season, and although we've discussed that Kings Worcester played a lot less netball, Abby Cox, in her very first season here, has won some great games against the likes of Shrewsbury and King Henry VIII School, who those were big comebacks, and then taking down Haberdashers Monmouth and sides of that calibre shows a really well put together team. What a take in the meantime.
I'm really liking how RGS are working the ball. However, I've got to say, because they're waiting for that drive through, I think Izzy Churchill's opening some great opportunities where a ball could be placed in. I think it's the nerves.
There's a hand in there again for Kings. A searching ball, looking for Churchill, but beyond her. So back at the goal line, Kings will rebuild through Comer.
And let's see what Kings can do here then. Can they centralise the ball?
Well, a bit of contact there. I think it was accidental from Lauren Harris, the third under 16 in this side. Again, an amazing feat to have so many players of that age group in this first team setup.
And a great achievement last weekend, you know, coming 10th at the national finals. Really impressive. That's a high pressured situation as it is, so that will have given them some good training to come into this.
So Abby Cox doing great things up and down the levels at Kings Worcester in the netball department. For now though, it's RGS looking to strike again.
I've got to be honest, there's a really interesting battle between goal attack and goal defence at the moment. RGS's Ella Goddard versus
Lauren Harris of Kings.
They're really working each other, and it's with that rivalry that you've always had with Kings RGS. Sometimes when you've been there for a long time, you play the same person again and again. Could tell you exactly who my opposition was back in the day, just ranked. We used to go at it at each other, but at the end of the day, it will always be a handshake and well played, because it's just competition.
Jazz Franks, of course, who was the vice captain at 7 Stars under 19 before moving on from the Worcester Superball games onto greater threes, if those are even possible. Chance for Worcester to rebuild from RGS Worcester to rebuild from the goal line again. And great movement through the midfield from Lowe. Lowe, great reach to regather. And now here's Churchill on the turn.
Churchill's doing a lot of work out the D, and I like to see that because Tiana obviously played it rather in the D. She's using her height as she should, but Churchill's moving around. It's interesting to see that King's defence is pushing us so wide. I find it really impressive that they've worked on exactly this. Churchill
kept alive by Katie Pitt, and then just a hand in there from Lauren Harris to keep RGS Worcester in possession. Kilwar over the top, what a take! Flicked round the post to keep it in field. And the umpires are going to allow play to continue. Kilwar all the way back to Churchill. It slips through her fingers with 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Kilwar. Goddard comes deep to collect.
RGS need to get this in. I'd say this is what you need. It's just like what Kings did in the last 30 seconds. They got 2 goals ahead. It would be brilliant just for RGS to get this ball, but Kings are working them hard.
Dropped onto the toes of Churchill, who looks to shoot from range. Off the rim, and it can't be regathered. So with 24 seconds to go in the second quarter, Kings Worcester will have one final possession.
They need to be aware of the clock here. There's 18 seconds, loads of time to get that ball down to shooting opportunity.
Well, it was almost stolen by Churchill, but instead Kings Worcester survived. 10 seconds to go.
They'll take this now.
Excellent movement, but there's only 5 seconds left on the clock. Through the hands, possession back with RGS, but the buzzer goes. So at the break, half-time here at the Worcester Superball 2025. RGS lead by just a single point over Kings. Georgia, could you have imagined the game being so close?
Well, if I'm honest, I thought there would be so much goals. I thought it would be really spaced out with the but I thought they had really high levels. The Kings so wide, and I didn't expect to have such a close match and low goal scoring. It's brilliant.
Emma, if you were still coaching here at Kings Worcester, what kind of message would you be imparting to both sides in this half-time interval? What do you think that Rebecca Quilliam and Abby Cox are going to have to offer?
Yeah, I've been telling all my players just to take a breath when they're on the ball. I mean, they're getting turnover at the back, and it's the ability to retain possession of the ball from the back line and take it through to a shooting opportunity. I just think we're maybe panicking a little bit on the ball still. We still haven't settled, but just take a breath and use the timing of the ball to do the work.
Well, there have been well over 1,000 goals when these two sides have played each other in the last 28 fixtures. In that time, 15 victories for RGS Worcester and 13 for Kings. A chance to tip the table either way as we head into half-time. We'll leave you with the highlights from the second quarter. Before the third in just a few moments' time, live here from the University of Worcester Arena.
Get ready for the ultimate international showdown. This December, the Global Schools Challenge 2025 is heading to the Mediterranean Sports Hub in Salou, Spain, located just an hour outside of Barcelona. From December 14th to 19th, the world's top student athletes will compete in rugby and a range of new sports. Hosted at one of Europe's premier facilities, you'll experience world-class pitches, state-of-the-art equipment, and a vibrant atmosphere designed for excellence. Off the field, explore the beautiful coastal town of Salou, enjoy golden beaches, and take a trip to Barcelona for iconic landmarks like the Sagrada Familia and the Nou Camp. Every game will be streamed live by NextGenXV, bringing the action to a global audience. Don't miss your chance to be part of this incredible event. Register now at globalschoolschallenge.com and rise to the challenge.
We are down on the court by the scorer's table if you'd like to come and claim your prize. 251 for yellow. I'm going to keep on rolling. You've got to be quick with a raffle. Our next number is 536. 536. We'll keep those numbers on the table, so if you'd like to come and collect your prize, 251 and 356. Our next raffle, you're probably all taking a shot on the court right now. Our next raffle number is 35. 35. 35. If you have that number in your hand, come and claim your prize on the court. Chocolates, beverages, signed netballs, including the Birmingham Panthers and the Manchester Thunder as well. We've got the Loughborough Lightning as well, signed netball. And our first winner has claimed the Birmingham Panthers signed netball. Well done indeed. Our next number is 407. 407 is our next raffle number. Let's do a little recap. What we've had so far: 407, 536, and 251. We've still got loads of prizes to give away. Our next number. You can't have the staff take these home. Come on, guys. 223. Number 223. Our next raffle number. The DJ, no. We have got 1 minute left, guys. So if you've got a raffle number, I'm going to whisper as many as I can. 260. 260. 271. 271, down to your court side. 329 is our next number. 329. 261 on our raffle. Only one person so far has claimed the prize. We've got so many things to give away here. 477 is our next number. 477 on the raffle. Right, I'm going to run down those numbers one more time and we'll give you those prizes after the match. Yes, we've got a 261. Pouring it now, just to let you know those numbers one more time. 157, 477, 261, 260, 271, 251, 536, 407 and 223. Thank you everyone for taking part in our raffle today. You can choose your prize if those numbers are in your program. Guys, thank you so much for taking part in our shootout. Unfortunately, Thank you so much for taking part. We're going to get the atmosphere building here as we look forward to our third quarter. RGS WORCESTER fans, are you in the building? Kings WORCESTER fans, come on, make some noise!
We're back then for the second half in one of the showcase fixtures in netball all across the country. It's here at the University of Worcester, where RGS Worcester currently lead Kings Worcester by just a single point. Kings are hunting for their first victory here at the Superball since 2022. RGS Worcester have won 14 of the last 16 outings between these two sides. But Emma McGinley, it's certainly looking like things could change this year.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tight contest at half-time, and you look at the scores and it's pretty low scoring. I would expect the shooters to be putting some points on the board in the next quarter and the next half, settling into the game and really seeing either one side take it through to the win.
Well, one of the things that's really interesting to touch on, I'll bring back in Georgia Hill, who's here with us as well, the captain back in 2022. Both sides have got Super League coaches on the bench. There's so much pedigree around this fixture. I mean, what does it mean to be a player as centre pass is underway, to have that kind of backing?
To have that back in, I mean, Lucy Herdman, fantastic player, fantastic coach. Worcester Netball Club, may I just say, as well as just got her cap for Manchester Thunder, which is extraordinary. Got Beckett Airy, who's one of the key players for Seven Stars. You've got two important athletes who are immensely amazing to work alongside, as well as be coached by them if you're lucky.
Well, one change to record for RGS. Maddie Levaux-Pierre back onto the field at centre for Gabriella Kivor, who had a fantastic first half.
Yeah, Maddie's got a real engine on her. She will work and work and work. I've coached Maddie before, but a great steal there by Clarice, just cutting that front angle.
So it's Kings Worcester looking the most threatening in the early stages of the third quarter. Back into the path of Chinal.
I think Clarice is honestly working so hard. Bless her. She's up and down the court. She's getting interceptions for her team. She's doing exactly what your centre would want. I'm also going to give a shout out to her dad, because her dad owns Benedicto's. So he'll be loving this. First
score of the third quarter. It goes the way of Kings Worcester. It's slotted home by Tallulah Richards. But it's RGS in possession. Long ball from Levaux-Pierre, and it does find its target. Levaux-Pierre back to the edge of the D. Great movement by Churchill. Levaux-Pierre again, already the new centre, linking up with goal shooter excellently well. Churchill with a chance, over the top. Bit of a miscommunication there with Goddard. But now Goddard from range. Scores. Oh, it's been wiped off by the umpire just as it went through the net. An interesting call.
I'm not sure what that one's for. Maybe a footwork or 3 seconds? I'm not sure.
Well, regardless, it's going to be Millie Comer to play it away instead for Kings Worcester.
I've got to give it to Ella how she just got on with that, though, because if that was me, I'd have been up in arms. I'd have been saying, why have I been done this for? Because you've got one more point on the board, you need to settle down, you feel like you've got the shot, and then the umpire goes, no chance.
So a chance then for Kings instead to go ahead for the first time in the third quarter. It's just going to be laid there on the toes of Hattie Watts.
Good over ball there by Hattie Watts into Tallulah's backspace. And the goalkeeper just pinged for obstruction. And she's got
Richards puts Kings Worcester in front. And this game is still as tight as it could possibly be. It's looking like this is going to be an absolute thriller right to the last, just as the netball is receiving another inspection. And I think we're going to change it again.
The crowd is going wild for this song every time it goes on. It's great to see the enthusiasm. How lucky are we for 2 schools in Worcester to use the arena and have such a turnout? It's extraordinary.
Oh, it's amazing for girls' sport, isn't it? Just to champion them at this level, school level. You know, some of these may never play in front of such a large crowd ever again.
Really ambitious pass, but it's just beyond Hattie Watts at goal attack. Flicked over the top by Hayward and by RGS looking to turn things around. Great.
I'd like RGS to use their channels more a bit there, but they're staying to the one side, and they've got some brilliant players on court, and if we could just seem to utilise it in the sense of, you've got your 3 channels, don't stick to one, spread out across the 3.
Well, Kings being made to work really hard here to work their way down court. It's Lauren Harris to start from right at the centre. Another umpire's whistle.
Contact call right in the shooting circle for Kings there.
Richards
From range.
off the rim. Flashes back out to RGS. What a transition this is, Leveau-Pierre.
Great speed from RGS, but you've got to be careful of Clarice from Kings.
Now interception again.
The height that she got on that range then, as well as that. RGS brought the ball down brilliantly, but she got up and in.
They'll be super keen to convert this one now. Always take care of the turnover that you get and reap the rewards with a shot at goal.
Good. Finds Chinao right in the centre.
I'd be quite cautious as a goalkeeper for Bella, who's working her feet round really well. However, if the umpire's called it once, I'd be, I'm not sure I'd have gone with that, Emma.
I think that was a contested call on the 3rd line there.
It clattered off RGS Worcester, but in the end it's come back their way. So a chance for Williamson. Good play from Lowe. Over the top, ambitious from Leveau-Pierre, but Churchill was just running the other way. So it's another opportunity for Kings from the goal line. Surely soon one side has to keep a hold of possession long enough to inflict some damage onto this 3rd quarter.
Choosing change of pace, I think, on the transition. You know, everything's on the 1st, 2nd at the minute with one straight drive. Can they just stop and cut back? A good reset of the ball there by Hattie.
Lingering in possession. Hattie Watts.
Brilliant height there from Eden. She's used her jump perfectly timed, and you know what? That's exactly what RGS need to do. They need to keep contesting if they want to stay ahead.
She's an excellent athlete, is Eden Williamson, in the pathway for a couple of years now, and I think got her senior debut at Worcester Netball Club this season, so a real talent.
But there's Hattie Watts again looking to make an impact, but it's been turned over, and suddenly RGS come alive. Another umpire's call slows things down for the moment.
I agree with Emma when she says about change of pace. They've brought that ball down rapid. Here is when I'd want to execute it correctly and take it to goal. Use that turnover.
Almost stolen by Coma, but instead it comes back for Churchill, who can't convert, looks to find the pass instead. Churchill to level things up again. We're all square here in the 3rd quarter, 9 minutes still to go.
That's the 2nd time that's happened now. If this was me and I was one of the shooters, I'd be saying potentially I need to take that shot sooner, but also maybe question it quarter time and go, okay, what do you want me to do? How can I get this?
So instead the score remains 12-11 in favour of Kings Worcester, who have worked it well from the goal line all the way into the attacking 3rd. What? Chapman into the path of Chinao, over the top looking for Chapman again, but just lingering too long in possession. And well, when these two sides met in November last year, it was 9-3 all in, so a really low-scoring game. But since then, we haven't had a game as tight as this for a long time. The 2nd team result ended 15-14 in Kings Worcester's favour. But this is one of the lowest scoring Super Bowl games we've ever had, but the tension still remains high, as does the quality, Emma.
That was a brilliant roll from Izzy Churchill. She rolled beautifully off their player, lost her defender and got the ball in. That is what RGS need to do every time. Stick to the things they know.
Centre pass for RGS as well. Leveau-Pierre gets us underway. Williamson all the way back to Haywood.
I'd like to see a through court drive, potentially whether it's the goal shooter coming out from the top of the D, just to really open up the court, because the defence are doing all the work currently. Not diminishing that from the attackers, but it would be good just to have that pop out rather than these iffy passes.
Leveau-Pierre trying to pick out Pitt, but it's been spilt. And now Chapman plays away for Kings Worcester, who still level here at 12 apiece. There's a hand looking to disrupt, but it has gone RGS Worcester's way as well. Fortunate call for the women in green.
Yeah, I'd just like to see Kings Worcester, the mid-court. It's a great take there by Clarice again in the middle, just picking off that diagonal long ball. Almost taken back by Eden straight away. I'd like to get Kings to get circle edge here. They're firing balls in from quite far off the circle edge, and it creates a 50-50 and the defender has more time to go on it.
This ball placement is making me a little bit nervous every time. I'd like to see both sides calm that pass down, give the correct pass.
Goddard finds Pierre, who returns it to Goddard, looking to find Jess Lowe, but the ball has rolled dangerously off the sideline, and this is a big opportunity for Kings, high up the field, to put some pressure on. Harris finds Chapman, who hands it off to Chinal. And here is Richards, starved of opportunities in this quarter, but Richards off target again, but the umpire saves her this time. Finally converts for Kings Worcester, who go up by 13-12. Well, we're right by the Kings Worcester end here at the University of Worcester Arena, and they've enjoyed that one. Centre pass from Kings again, almost an excellent take from Richards, but the pressure piled on by Hayward. Deflected off Hayward in the end at goalkeeper, so Richards from the goal line. Chinal, Richards again to find a 2-point advantage. Scores another. An RGS centre pass will stop the hemorrhage for now, but it's 14-12 with Kings in front. All the way back to Lowe, but instead it's slowed down for now, as Lowe plays centre pass instead. Pierre, Goddard. Oh, it's Kiwor back on at centre for Pierre, and here is Kiwor. First attack since she's come back onto the field, almost into the hands of Churchill, but instead
Lauren Harris has swept the back there really well, just anticipated that ball coming up and over and swept in to put a hand to it.
Kiwor, good movement from the centre, a little bit wider to find Goddard.
And again, it's just that last pass into the shooters. I think both ends are either being kept off circle edge or not working hard enough to get on the circle edge, which makes the feed considerably easier.
Chapman looking to find a pass, but intercepted by Kiwor. Back onto the field and making an impact again for RGS, who trail by 2 points with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Well, that's been spilt.
I'd really like to see RGS convert this one, because when it gets to this point and they get past the two goal line, it's always best to have a third goal not go against your way, so rather keep it on your end.
Well, there's a bit of contact in there, so an easier exit for Kings. Chapman looking to go over the top and does find Esther Good. Fired across by Harris to Chapman again. The under-16s linking up in this first team for Kings Worcester. Nice movement from Chapman. And now here is Richards. Excellent finish.
Really great shot from Richards there.
Richards go up.
Kings have got that 3-goal lead at the moment.
And they are up by 15-12. With 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Centre pass as well for Kings. What an upset this would be. Looking for their first victory in 3 years and 4 attempts against RGS.
So we've just seen a change there of Anna Chapman to goal attack, Imi to wing attack, Imi Town to wing attack. With an immediate turnover, Kings really need to pile on the pressure now because it's their centre pass.
So Chapman from wing attack to goal attack. Izzy Town back onto the field. Latui back on at goal shooter as well for RGS. And Izzy Churchill has moved across to goal attack with Ella Goddard at wing attack again.
And that's a good front ball.
Back onto the field and back amongst the scorers. Tiana Latui in her sister's place from last season is the top scorer at the moment for RGS Worcester and has them back within 2. Bit of pressure there on Kiwor.
So noticing the changes that have happened, they've taken Ella out to wing attack because she's doing such a good work rate, but also it's opening up, it's a new type of dynamic in the D, so I'll be interested to see how the defenders from Kings are gonna retaliate, and as I've said, they've come straight back at them, so I'd like to see them come ball side and really make sure that they're coming off the body and keeping it a clean fight.
Comer bats it away, but RGS still have possession from the sideline. Dropped onto the toes of Goddard, who's moved out to wing attack. Kiwor, Churchill, back to the centre on the edge of the D. Churchill from range just fires it instead to Latui. Great disguise on the pass, and Latui rolls it round the rim, but gets RGS just 1 point behind Kings. Kings Worcester with the centre pass.
I'm really happy with the way that RGS have come back against Kings. A great hit there from Bella Haywood. They've just got to capitalise on this, and then it'll be even Stevens.
They fired it into the attacking third, but it's stolen by Coma, picked out by Kings, and now they can counter. It's back and forth towards the end of this third quarter. The umpire's whistle will pull the handbrake for the moment. But Esther Good at wing defence fires it in. Here's the chance for Richards. It's off target, but the umpire's whistle goes.
Be really good to see them use the circle edge a little bit more. The mid-court getting ball side so that they can play their triangles around the shooting D to get themselves a little bit closer to post.
Imi Town back at wing attack. Lofted over the top, good take by Richards. And this time Richards converts, and with under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, Kings have re-established the 2-point buffer that could be crucial as we go through to the closing stages. Chapman moved to goal attack and interfering there, but it will be Jess Lowe to get RGS underway from the sideline.
And what an athlete Jess Lowe is. Again, she's been in the pathway for a while now. She can disrupt play if she wants to.
Another point on the board from the shooting of Tiana Latui. What a game Latui is having at goal shooter. And RGS would love to go into the break level, but it's been picked out by Chinau. Richards, so close. 3 times it rebounded off the rim, but in the end harmlessly into the path of Haywood. And with a minute to go, RGS Worcester have a chance to equalise. In this third quarter, what a read by Harris.
It's a great
and what
read.
a turnover it is. Flicked back in field.
Well, it's kept in.
And it's going to be Chapman to play on here. Again, it's wide. No one in the centre third
Awesome interception
for Kings, and that allows Lowe to come across and sweep it away. 30 seconds on the clock. It's another turnover.
Over a third, wasn't touched in the centre third, so it's another opportunity for Kings to take it up for a shooting opportunity. Great long ball there by Anna Chapman. She needs to work herself into the circle now.
I'd love for Bella to take the score. She's just done so much work around that body. It's been a chaotic minute. I really need RGS myself to capitalise on this. It's just chaos.
15 seconds to go in the third quarter.
I'd swing this straight in. If it misses, it misses.
Latui off the post, almost regathers.
Who are they going to give that to? Oh, Kings.
3 seconds to go. There won't be time for any more action in the third quarter. But
What's a dramatic.
But that final minute tells you everything you need to know about the Superball 2025. A slow start perhaps. The score start currently 15-16 in favour of the women in red. But with just 15 minutes left to go, this game is on a knife edge. Emma McGinley.
Tight margins indeed. That last call at the end there could have gone either way, I think. And you know, the ball has changed possession in the last minute 3 times, and both teams struggled to get it into their shooting D. So yeah, the pressure is really on to make that final feed, but it's one of the most important balls that any player is going to give on the court.
The 1-point advantage that RGS enjoyed going into the break has been swung the other way, and now Kings lead. Kings still searching for just their 3rd victory in 17 meetings against RGS Worcester. The Superball for so long has been bathed in green, but there's still an opportunity for Kings to turn it around.
If I'm honest, I've really enjoyed this. That last 5 minutes, I was getting excited, it was energetic. That's what you want to come to see a netball match. I think it's really important that the girls are putting on this performance. I would love to see them settle though.
So many more twists and turns still to be experienced live here at the Worcester Superball 2025. There's just 1 more quarter remaining at the moment. Kings hold a narrow advantage of just a single point over crosstown rivals RGS. It's 16-15. We'll be back with the dramatic 4th and final quarter in just a few moments' time. Live here with NextGen15.
15 minutes to go. Who will win the Superball? We have some raffle numbers to give you at the end of today's match, so stick around.
Well, Abby Cox and Rebecca William have imparted their final messages. This is the final quarter of the Worcester Superball. Those two coaches have so much experience between them. This is Rebecca Williams' second season in charge, formerly 5 years at Malvern as their head, and 3 years there as their head of netball. For Abby Cox has been coaching for 10 years, most recently at Wolverhampton Grammar School, but now here as the head of netball at King's Worcester, looking for a first victory in the Super Bowl for her side since 2022. That dramatic game that was also decided by a single point, but it's RGS with the centre pass, and the first time to go level. That's a wonderful ball, and great movement from Latui. Off target, but great regather on the rebound.
Fantastic shot from Latui there. She's really moved her way around the body. Well, I mean, she used the post as well, so that's always a help. But
So RGS are level again, and the entire fixture so far has been for naught because we're tied up with under 15 minutes to go. Chance for Kings to respond. Lightning quick response.
shot there.
Great work. And it's Chapman, I believe, who scores it.
She doesn't feel pressure. She's played at club level, a high club level. She's the one you want in there shooting from the range if possible.
An outstanding pass from Goddard to get RGS in this position. It was Goddard again looking to test the defence. Latui from the goal line. Goddard. Churchill in a real hassle there with Coma.
I'd be interested. Oh,
And it's sided RGS's way. But they can't take advantage for now. Latui with another shot. This time it's in. RGS Worcester levelling up again. It's 17 apiece. Kings Worcester with centre pass looking to go ahead, as they have been for the majority of this game, even if it's only ever been by 1 or 2 points.
That was a much better defensive centre pass there from RGS there. They kept them wide, they pushed them up. They had to send it back to the goal defence. This is what you want to see. I can't believe it's so close.
It is still so close here as Izzy Town plays it back to Chinau at the try line, at the transitional line, I should say. There's the score. Kings go 18-17 ahead. That transitional line needs a nickname at some point. But for now, though, it's centre pass from RGS. Again looking to equalise, as they've been asked to do so many times in this fixture. Shoulder contact there on Kilwar. She rides it well. Drops it onto the toes of Churchill. Picks out Goddard, the captain. Great movement from Latui.
I think she followed in her sister's footsteps there quite literally. I'm pretty sure I saw that move last year from her sister. It's great to see what they can offer.
Equaliser for RGS Worcester, and we are going to the closing stages here. Still just over 12 minutes to go, but we're still tied up. One of the closest games we've experienced all season. Ambitious pass, and it's just beyond Richards at goal shooter.
RGS now need to capitalise on this and take it to goal. You want the great ball placement, you want the options down court.
Miscommunication.
Good pressure.
A misplaced pass, and Kings with a chance to retake the lead. They go all the way back
Against
to
Kings
goal
there.
defence, but it's
Not
been a
sure who
turnover.
that's against. Maybe an offside.
Harris has to retreat back into the defensive third. He is low. They're just travelling down the right-hand channel.
The goalkeeper from Kings is working her body so well off Tiana that Tiana's actually had to come out the D. I'm fearing for an interception, if I'm honest.
At the moment, it's Goddard with a good ball into Churchill. Back to the edge to find Goddard at wing attack. The captain lofts it in for Latui. Off the rim. But the umpire's whistle goes. Another chance for RGS. They take the lead in the final quarter. For so long, Kings have held a narrow advantage, but they've lost it here. And with just 11 minutes to go, they're desperate to turn this one over. It's back with Kilwar.
I don't want there to be too much excitement, because as someone who knows how quickly you can go from a 4-goal advantage to being 1-0 down, it is heartbreaking. So
Latui for a 2-point gap. She's done it. RGS crossed the 20-point barrier, and it's yet another score from Tiana Latui, who's far and away the top scorer in this contest so far. Another goal to add to her tally, but a centre pass from Kings gives them the chance to get back into the game. Chinao looking to go wide, but there's a RGS interception. So Chinao from the goal line. Interception stolen by Hayward, and now Jess Lowe can play away for RGS. Kiwor. Good work from Williamson.
Oh, it's unlucky from Harris there. She got a hand in it.
Kings looking to regather, and they will get the turnover. So Comer will look to find mid-court.
Really need to capitalise on this turnover now. It's gone up and down a couple of times. Drive to circle edge and look for your frontside shooter.
And there's a hand from Lowe, and it's been regathered on the edge by Williamson. But they're a turnover again. The umpire sided with RGS. Great work from Jess Lowe and Eden Williamson. The defence for RGS Worcester has been crucial so far.
You literally took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say, but both ends, they have worked non-stop. I really think that they've worked so hard to get that ball there. They just need to execute it.
Still Jess Lowe looking to regather it, and then Churchill on the turn to go 3 points in front. Regathered by Comer on the rebound. Such an important interception for Kings, who can't afford to go so far behind in a game that's been as tight as this. Plenty of space
Jess Lowe to the
for
rescue.
Town, but Lowe again involved.
I've got to be honest, Jess Lowe has played fantastic. She's used her height exactly how you'd want. She's jumped it, she's waited for the right timing. Tell you what, whatever Gwyl has said to the girls at half-time has clearly really encouraged them, and that's what you want to see from them.
What a finish from the and it takes the roof off the University of Worcester Arena, because they go 3 points ahead with a centre pass to boot. The game could be slipping away from Kings here with just 8.5 minutes to go.
I think it's really interesting to watch the battle between Jess Lowe and Anna Chapman here at goal attack for Kings and goal defence for RGS.
So much space for Goddard, who can cleanly find Churchill to make it 22-18 in favour of RGS Worcester, and Kings have to respond here, or they could be letting this game, which they've led for the majority of, slip away from them there. An ambitious pass as you need to play at this stage, but it's back with RGS Worcester, and this final quarter has really turned things around.
A replayed call there for RGS. Let's hope King's going to take this through to a shooting opportunity.
Lofted over the top, hands from Hayward, fired back in, and Jess Lowe has got across to disrupt. But it's Kings' possession. Oh no, it's not. It's RGS from the goal line. What a turnover that is from Hayward and Lowe.
I really, really think that this is how they were supposed to start to play, and I think they've just settled themselves now. That shows you the game of netball. Sometimes it takes 4 whole quarters to settle, and look at the interceptions.
Jess Lowe has bailed out RGS again, coming across to cover for Hayward as she looked to press. Long ball from Latui, and this time it's a hand from Esther Good of Kings Worcester that's gifted RGS possession from the sideline. Good read from Chinao, but it falls harmlessly into the path of Kiwor. Wide for Latui. Kiwor, stolen by Comer.
It's great work there by the Kings defence. Comer and Harris working together really well, switching their players and coming out with ball.
And that time it's Lauren Harris who reads it well. Slipping into that goalkeeper position. Another misplaced pass. And we're only 6.5 minutes away from RGS Worcester retaining the Superball for the 3rd year in a row. It will be the 4th victory in a row.
Don't jinx it just yet, careful.
Latui battling with Comer. Kings still have enough time to get back into the contest, but they need to convert one of these opportunities.
I'd be really interested to see who's going to get player of the match, because I think the defence from Kings has been exceptional.
Chinao feeds it into goal shooter. What a finish, and what a crucial one as well from Tallulah Richards.
Okay, which round base is now?
Katie Reynolds is coming on as goal attack.
Centre pass will be RGS's when we get back underway, but As you said, Katie Reynolds now onto the field in place of Churchill. What impact can she have with just 5.5 minutes to go here? Great read, goal defence. Lauren Harris nicks it away, and Harris needs to find a pass. Latui back to defend for RGS, but it's still Kings who have it. And the infringement there will give Watts a bit of space. I think it's Chapman who's moved back to wing attack. And Watts at goal attack. Here is Watts, freshly onto the field. And converted for Kings.
I fear I've seen this story before.
It's 22-20. Kings still trail, but they have centre pass. Chapman.
It's a great centre pass from Kings.
They've closed the gap to just 1 point. And the Kings supporters come alive in front of us here. Centre pass to RGS. They're desperate to establish some order here. Stolen by Harris.
Another hand in there by Harris, who's working her feet so well around the body.
RGS to play for the sideline, but the temperature's just gone up a few notches here. Kiwor, Latui, chance to re-establish the 2-point buffer. Slotted by Tiana Latui. Centre pass to come from Chinau.
With only 4 minutes to go, I'd really like to see both teams put on the same performance they're performing at, but it's a little bit nerve-wracking.
Great movement from Esther Good.
Oh, I'm surprised that wasn't a 3.
Good turn from Chinau. Still plenty of opportunities here for Kings Worcester. Kiwor battling with her centre. Clarissa Chinau, but she will play it from the sideline. Space opens up for Chapman.
Going from range here.
Hand
denied
from Lowe. Another opportunity. Bounces off and is regathered by Lowe. And a bit of contact there in frustration from Watts. Means that RGS will play away. They lead by 23-21.
I think that was really unfortunate from the goal attack. I think she's been really solid all evening with her shots, and I think, unfortunately, it's just one of those things where you've got your confidence knocked and then you try go again. She's been on fire. All the shooting tonight has been really good, and it's great to see.
Contact in a dangerous area. 3.5 minutes to go, and another goal here would send RGS Worcester into raptures. What a take by Latui. Misplaced shot. What an excellent regathering, though. So another chance for RGS. Again wasted, but they'll have possession from the goal line.
Gosh, it's nail biting in that circle. It could go either way. It's a great feed there.
Latui off target again.
They
regathers from the centre.
For this ball.
Here's Reynolds, picks out Latui.
Great pass there from Reynolds.
And this time, RGS Worcester make Kings Worcester pay. 2, 3, 4 efforts from close range. Eventually they get it over. And it's a centre pass for RGS as well, who are now in front by 3 with just 2.5 minutes to go.
If this was me from a defensive point of view, I'd be hoping to play the ball as much as I can. Oh.
Long pass, picked off by Coma. Kings desperate to respond. They have hardly any time left in the game, and they trail by 3.
Need to take care of this ball now. Use the 3 seconds that they've got. Make sure. It's unlucky, a footwork call. Just a miscommunication there between Chapman and Clarice.
Haywood, Kiwor, Lowe. Good movement from Williamson. What a game the vice captain's had. She's played every second, and it's been battered away by Kings.
I've got to say credit to Eden. I think Eden has been your player that's brought the ball down court, the person that's defended. I'd say she's done really well to keep this ball.
What a ball into the path of Latui, who looks for Goddard on the edge. Bit of contact there between Goddard and Good.
It's this moment in time where it's the clock's counting down. Great pass there.
Latui. RGS up by 25-21 with 1 minute and 30 to go in this final quarter. Kings have let it slip. Still enough time for them to make it interesting, but they're desperate to work it into that attacking third. Looking to go over the top for Chapman, but it runs loose. Penalty though gives Chapman the opportunity. There it is. It's getting ever closer. There's 1 minute to go. by 3.
Goodness, look at the crowd. The crowd standing up. They've just got to retain the ball.
Williamson, Hayward, low. Umpire's whistle goes. Well, the crowd are on their feet and they're very much obstructing us here. So we're desperate to get our final minutes of the game on show. Indeed, it is still RGS winding down the clock. 30 seconds to go. What a quarter it's been. They've fired themselves in front. The umpire's whistle takes the sting out of the attack, but one more goal would surely do it. Tiana Latue has sealed it for RGS, surely now, with just 4 minutes to go. Centre pass for Kings, but it's surely over. Rebecca Gwilliam's side has retained the Superball again. 5, 4, 3, the crowd chant in unison. There's the buzzer.
What a game, what a final 5 minutes.
RGS Worcester have turned it around. They were under the cosh for the full 3 quarters there. Kings Worcester emptying the tank, and in that final 15 minutes they just couldn't hold on. And Abby Cox's side falls short, but Emma, in all your years playing these Superball fixtures for Kings Worcester, especially in recent times, this is one of the strongest performances we've seen from Kings, and they're so unfortunate not to hold on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I really think that game could have gone either way. Kings and RGS had experienced players which will move on this year, but I look forward to seeing more of the youth and the under-16s having their 3 years or 2 years from now opportunity to come back to this big stage and really show what they can put out there.
What a final quarter here at the University of Worcester Arena. RGS just stamped their control on the game in the final moments. And in the end, once they'd stretched out to 3 points ahead, they didn't let it slip again. And that kind of ruthlessness is how you win huge games like this. But you touched, Emma, briefly on those under-16 players. The likes of Chapman, Watson, Harris, who all had great games this evening. They are the future of this Kings Worcester side, and we could be seeing closer games to come for the next few seasons at least between these two. Yeah,
Definitely. I mean, it's something I was really keen to employ when I was at Kings, that those that are leaving leave the dress in a better place from where they picked it up from, and I think those who do depart Kings this season have put in a really good shift, but it's really exciting, the talent that is now coming through.
But Georgia, RGS Worcester have now won 15 of the last 16 meetings between these two sides. In their 12th year of the Worcester Super Bowl, they've got their hands on another one, but it was nervous throughout.
Oh, I'm so glad the camera was on me for that moment in time. I was jumping up and down. I was having a hot flush, to be honest with you, at the age of 21. I mean, both sides have played amazing. You've got to give credit to defence everywhere, but actually, in that last 5 minutes, I'd say RGS really stole the show a little bit there. They really utilised how they probably should have started, but you can't take anything away from either team. As Emma said, they've gone absolutely goal for goal in certain circumstances, and how lucky are we to be able to watch it.
Well, Emma, what a day for Kings and RGS, but also what an advert for netball at this level. It's fantastic to see. We've already seen the likes of the Independent Schools League live on NextGen15. We had Cheltenham College take on Malvern in their huge charity game. We had the collegiate netball tournament live streamed, of course, when RGS were victorious, and so much more across the season. The game is growing at every level.
Just huge opportunities for players and girls at this level. I was at the Birmingham Panthers Manchester Thunder game last night up in Birmingham, and you know, to play on this stage at such a young age is such an experience and such an opportunity. It's what every young aspiring netballer should be aspiring to do.
Well, we will have the presentation in just a few moments' time as we let you run through the highlights of that incredible final quarter. We'll be back to close out the coverage in just a few moments' time.
And a big thank you once again to our officials this evening, Valerie and Rob Tozer, to all the organisers across RGS and Kings. We will be handing out that trophy very shortly.
Well, while we wait for the trophy to be lifted, did have a chance to touch on the seasons that have gone by so far for RGS Worcester, and indeed they came into the game perhaps as favourites after this amazing run to the plate final at the national level, beating Sedbergh to be crowned champions of the North, only missing out against Marist School. That's a great achievement in such a high-profile competition for RGS Worcester.
You know, there's a lot of schools that enter that competition, and it's a knockout competition. So to get that far and to beat one of the leading netball schools in the northeast, as Sedbergh are, is an incredible achievement. You know, I know they've done well in the recent collegiate tournament as well, coming away with silverware there. So they've had a really good run into this event this evening.
And Kings Worcester have got excess of 180 players out on the court every match day. That's a huge achievement as well, to keep netball as one of the core sports. And the college, they've got this very ambitious new coaching team with Abby Cox and Lucy Herbin. The future's very bright for them as well.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Abby's taken over this year, and the programme's in a good place. Her links with Loughborough will certainly offer that franchise link as well, and I know RGS is still teamed up as a PDP with Birmingham Panthers. It's really important to get the numbers, the participation out every week, so that you are aspiring and inspiring the next generation, who will hopefully be playing on this court in a few years' time. Abby's got a great team around her, and she'll have the full support from the department.
Well, Georgia, we have the opportunity as well to touch on some of the RGS players, just to take in an unbelievable performance from the likes of Hayward, Jess Lowe at goal defence. Eden Williamson was fantastic wing defence as well, but that defensive unit which stayed together for the entire game really defined this contest.
I tell you what, I was shattered when I played. I bet they must be exhausted with how often it got turned over, backing up and down the court. It's fantastic. I mean, what a great match. I can't remember the last time it's been so close in the final moments, to be honest with you.
Final score, RGS Worcester 26, Kings Worcester 22.
I think it's also a really special moment for Mr. Pitt, who's the head teacher of RGS Worcester, because his daughter Katie played today, and I think that is such maybe an emotional moment that you get to see your daughter play at such a high standard and get to be celebrated. So what a night for all the girls.
On court at the moment as well, you have some of the prep school students from Kings Worcester who were involved earlier on before the game, and it's a great achievement for everyone in the school, up and down, to be involved in such an amazing occasion. It really leaves a mark on both of the entire school.
Yeah, as you can see, the younger players here from the two junior schools and then our lower school. You know, I can remember seeing pictures of my my old first team as youngsters when they were photographed playing on this court as the senior team. So it's a real legacy. It's such an event, championing girls sport. It's absolutely huge for the area. Yes, there's a big rivalry between the two schools, but when you come together in an event like this with so many pupils involved, it's huge. It's such an achievement. Well done to Abby and Gwyl for organising and putting it on.
And before the trophy is lifted, of course, we must touch on the charity that this game is being played in aid of. Both schools supporting St Richard's Hospice, which was founded in 1984. It's a local independent Worcestershire charity who care for adults with serious progressive illnesses who have complex needs cannot be met by any other service. Your kind donations to St Richard's Hospice can continue their fantastic work in providing those in need with vital support when and where it is needed most. There's been a raffle on as well today, as well as tickets, of course, being sold. But you can find out more from Richard's Hospice via their website as well. It's a great event, not just for the players, but also for the Worcestershire community. The players slowly retaking the field as we approach the time when that trophy will be lifted. Worcester Superball number 12 has been absolutely outstanding. A thrilling contest which was defined by a final quarter where RGS Worcester turned it on its head. while we await the trophy, I can of course say thank you to the two co-commentators, Georgia Hill from RGS and former head of netball here at Kings, Emma McGinley. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed the game, and we look forward to having you back next year.
Oh yeah, 4 years running this will be.
They just can't keep you away, Georgia. But Emma, your first time taking in the contest since leaving Kings, and your final thoughts on what's been a great day.
Yeah, it was highly contested throughout each quarter. Pretty low scoring, but I think that shows what a big occasion it is and the nerves that it can create in every player. I do think the game could have gone either way, and I just think RGS were a little bit more clinical in those moments underneath the post. But super exciting for Kings. I think the squad have done really well today. Coached by Abby, you know, she's had them since September. She's worked really well with them. The 16's getting to nationals, and it's a bright future.
Thank you both for joining us, and we will return for live coverage in just a few moments' time when the trophy is lifted. For now, I'll leave you with the triumphant scenes before I return for the trophy lift live in the University of Worcester Arena, where RGS Worcester have won yet another Worcester Super Bowl.
So we are just getting the votes in for the players of the match, and then we will present RGS with their trophy. So hands up, fans. And we are going to present our players of the match first of all. Okay, first of all, player of the match voted for by RGS for Kings Worcester. Congratulations, goal defence, Lauren Harris.
Well, there were player of the matches for both sides, and you'll have heard there that Lauren Harris has been named player of the match for Kings Worcester at under 16, which is quite remarkable. Still 2 more Superballs for her to play, but this is one of the lowest scoring games we've had in many years. And that is completely understandable given how strong the defences were. Player of the match for RGS, Gabriella Kimmel.
Congratulations to RGS Worcester, congratulations to the King's School, and it's time you guys got.
And here we have that moment that RGS have been waiting for. The green ribbons on the trophy. They will lift the Worcester Superball 2025. 2 Superballs on the bounce for head coach Rebecca Gwilliam. What a strong start.
Thank you everyone for attending today's Superball here at the University of Worcester.
Alongside Rebecca Airy, of course, former England defender. They've done fantastically well to win another Superball against a spirited Kings Worcester side. So we will leave you with the celebrations. Thank you for joining us here at the University of Worcester Arena, live with NextGen15. I've been Wilfred Kemsley, taking you through all the action. But don't forget, of course, that both Kings and RGS will be in action come next week at the Rosling Park Sevens, pitches 1 and 2, live stream Monday through Friday. But here in the netball, another outstanding occasion. Final score, RGS victorious by 26-22. Thank you for joining us, and good night.
Get ready for the ultimate international showdown. This December, the Global Schools Challenge 2025 is heading to the Mediterranean Sports Hub in Salou, Spain, located just an hour outside of Barcelona. From December 14th to 19th, the world's top student athletes will compete in rugby and a range of new sports. Hosted at one of Europe's premier facilities, you'll experience world-class pitches, state-of-the-art equipment, and a vibrant atmosphere designed for excellence. Off the field, explore the beautiful coastal town of Salou, enjoy golden beaches, and take a trip to Barcelona for iconic landmarks like the Sagrada Familia and the Nou Camp. Every game will be streamed live by NextGenXV, bringing the action to a global audience. Don't miss your chance to be part of this incredible event. Register now at globalschoolschallenge.com and rise to the challenge.
The right kit changes everything. With the right kit, you're ready for anything. United, connected, unstoppable. Whatever your sport, we are your sporting partner. Creating your kit your way. For every team, for every challenge, for every aspiration. Feel seen. Feel ready. Feel part of the team. Kit on, game on.